I want to talk to you today about something that a lot of business coaches out there are going to be making you do if you're not with us. We don't do this hugely in our businesses until everyone's got a bit more direction in their lives and in their world, but it's vision and mission. Values, we do a lot of work on. That's a different conversation for a different day, but I want to talk particularly on mission and vision. So people will be like, oh, I need a mission, I need a vision, or this kind of thing. And the only thing that I can say about that is if you are not communicating properly with your staff, if you are not clear about your own direction as a leader, if you are not, documentation's important, yes, but it's more the communication of what's in that documentation of your vision and your mission. And then you're not engaging your staff in the how to deliver on that vision mission, then it's all just bullshit and it's something that's going to sit up on a shelf and do nothing. I was listening yesterday to Gary Birtwistle, who's an awesome coach, somebody that I certainly lean on, listen to a lot, all of his books, his podcast, etc. And he said that 90% of visions and missions that get done just sit up on a shelf and don't even get used. And the reason for that is because people don't know how to use them. And when they do use them, they don't get used very well because it becomes a dictatorship rather than a process of relationship. So I'll give you an example of this. Ours is not obviously, some of you who are new here, our overarching statement is work in the trade, live in the life. Now, if our clients, which is you guys, if any of our suppliers do not understand what that means because we haven't communicated that properly, then it's not worth anything. And so we work pretty hard to make sure that everybody feels like they're part of work in the trade, live in the life. And it's all in the communication, and it's also about how you recruit people. And it's then not just from the it's from the recruiting to then getting them engaged in the whole bigger picture visions. So if you listen to my podcast about why retirement didn't work for me, you'll hear a lot of information about my vision for Ladies with Tradies and why I care so much about it. And if you don't have that fire in your belly, and that passion is an overused word, but if nobody feels or understands what you're trying to achieve, especially if you're feeling like your business is just like becoming a job, it's like, oh, I just have to get up and do this because it's the way that I make money. You need to talk to us because we want people to be really in love with their businesses. And it's not uncommon for me to have conversations with people who have been in business a long time and just say, mate, you've just lost your purpose. Let's try and reconnect you back to why you loved your business in the first place. Or maybe you need to think about doing something else. And especially for people that are challenged a bit. Now, people who've got big businesses that are working really well and things are going nicely, it's then going, what else can you be doing? One of our clients, he's doing a ripping job at the moment, engaging his staff in how are they going to do some community-based work that is all about giving. And he's got them engaged in that through talking to them in their group chat. They have team meetings and stuff, this bloke and his team. And that's going to really connect everybody back to the purpose of the activity that this business is trying to achieve. It's not all about just laying the cables in the roof or the poly in the ground or banging the nails into the walls. It's gone, do I actually care enough about what it is that we're trying to do for people? Because you're a service-based business, guys. You work to serve your community. And if that isn't something that you froth a bit and that other people can't feel from you, then it's going to be really hard to spin the wheels. But vision mission is a load of bullshit at the end of the day if people are not doing anything with them. And I'd see too much. This is the other thing I see really often. People have written one that is so manufactured and so corporate. And I'm like, who wrote this? This does not sound like you to me at all. Oh, we just thought we'd write that down because it sounds like what we should be doing. Soul, no soul. I remember having a chat with a really successful solar company. I think I'll be talking to them again shortly, actually. And they worked with us for quite some time with Teresa. And I remember talking to them about this stuff and being like, this feels really manufactured. Doesn't feel like the vibe that I get from you. Two are heaps of fun. You're awesome. Like you've got heaps of stuff going on. That just sounds really not like you. Can we have a relook at it? So it's just making sure that everybody understands what your vision and mission is if you're going to have one. If you don't have one and you're listening to this going, I don't know the answer, it's all right to not know the answer. For some of the business owners that we work with, once we get things to a really good, happy financial place, your time management's getting back under control, you're mastering your team, got it all going, then you might go, okay, now let's engage as a group and an organization to talk about what we're even here for. And it's really good to get that engagement from your team. So anyway, vision, mission, bleh. I am not it's not a thing at Ladies with Tradies unless you're at a point where you're like, wow, we want to do something with this. So some food for thought, guys.